tagumpay. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Junior, MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Junior, MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay, yeah. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok, Junior.
Babalik muli tayo dito sa Banana Court in Las Piñas City for season number 3 ng ating Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. We're on to game number 6 of this Friday. Tapos na ang 18 and 16 under games nitong Nueva Ecija at Rizal. Now we're finishing it off with a 14 under division, and mamayang hapon po, patungo sa ating gabi, Leyte will go up against Taytay. Magandang hapon po muli sa inyong lahat. I'm Mendihar, this time joined by Coach Anton de los Reyes. Magandang hapon sa iyo, Coach Anton.
Good afternoon, Jaime. Good afternoon to everyone watching. Great to be working again with you.
Yeah, been a while, and yeah, we're looking forward once again. And ito nga ang ating laro ngayong hapon. It's the battle between Rizal Switch Fiber and the Nueva Ecija D Generals sa ating 14 under division. Kind of a rubber match between these two teams, Coach Anton, dahil nakaisa na nga ang Nueva Ecija in the 18 under. Rizal won the 16 under, and somebody will be able to break this 1-1 tie in this ball game. Of course, previous games naman ang pag-usapan natin dito, Coach Anton, of these two teams, beginning with the team behind us, itong ang Nueva Ecija, the Generals, quite the loss that they had there against Cavite City.
Although Nueva Ecija found their footing in the fourth quarter, their slow start in the first game made it difficult to catch up as Cavite pulled away early in today's game. A strong start and an even stronger finish could be key to shifting the game's rhythm in their favor. In their last game sa Nueva Ecija, si Ivan Paris, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, couple of blocks. So we're going to see how he's going to be doing in today's game.
Very interesting name, Paris. I'm looking forward to seeing this kid play. Dito naman tayo sa kabila, Coach Anton, talking about the Rizal Switch Fiber. Magkaiba naman ang kanilang fortunes. They come off a victory against, I believe, Quezon City in their previous game.
That's right. That was a victory against Quezon City. 8-8 Junior Giants, demolishing that team 90-32. Just like their older counterparts in the 18 under division, itong Rizal 14 under team is also protecting an impressive 3-game winning streak. So under Coach Roel's guidance, there's a consistent spark in this young squad even when facing unfamiliar opponents. Ron Jaire Mayor, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 7 steals. Imagine that, almost a quadruple-double for this young man, or this teenager, I should say.
Something to look forward to as well. If we can build on that performance, malaman na nga natin, will it be Rizal making it 4 in a row, or will Nueva Ecija be able to bounce back? Let's head over to Gio Cruz now.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Excitement continues here at Banana Court, Las Piñas City. This is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 3, ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino. It's the 14 under division featuring Nueva Ecija D Generals and Rizal Switch Fiber. Now let us meet the starters first for the Nueva Ecija D Generals. Starting guard number 2, John Acosta. Other guard number 3, Granzen Pato. At forward number 28, Stanley Plato. Also at forward number 26, Jamir Gomez. And at center number 34, Ivan Paris. The head coach is Mike Puzon, assisted by team manager Ian Elizarde. And now let us meet the starters for the Rizal Switch Fiber. Starting guard number 6, Ron J. Mayor. Other guard number 12, Derek Colanoy. At forward number 17, Rain Robledo. Other forward number 23, Justine Enquito. And man in the middle, number 5, Van Alejandro. The head coach is Rovel Beneventura, assisted by Kelvin Gregorio and Elmer Balahadia. Team manager Ariel Balahadia. Officiating these ball game, Tom Mendoza, Nino Barcenas, and Dong Ramos. Junior MPBL Executive Director, Mr. Jair Navarro. Junior MPBL Commissioner, Mr. Kid Picasso.
On to game number 6 of a 9-game slate ngayong araw. Look at our team starters. Brought to us by Doride. Ang bola ng Pinoy, it's Mayor, Kulanay, Robledo, Ingito, and Alejandro. Para sa Rizal, Nueva Ecija naman has Bato, Acosta, Gamis, Plato, and Pares to round out their 5. In this last game of a 3-game set between the Rizal Switch Fiber and the Nueva Ecija, the Generals. Tip mapupunta dito sa Rizal Switch Fiber, Mayor, the player that you were talking about nga kanina, Coach Anton, that played excellent, almost a quadruple-double performance.
That's something that we'd love to see, to be able to witness yung ganong history being made, a quadruple-double. That's again number 6, Ron Jaire Mayor.
Talagang may pangalan pa lang eh. Alam mong dominant na.
Mayor nga naman.
Mayor nga naman. Pass a bit wayward para kay Paris. Also the player that you were talking about.
Exactly. I was gonna say, Ivan Paris, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, couple of blocks. He's their starting center para dito sa Nueva Ecija, the Generals.
Jumper won't fall para dito kay Ingito.
Quick offense para sa side ng Rizal Switch Fiber.
Costa will misfire. Gamis. They will reset. Kick out. Acosta. Floater is good.
Nice drive. Silky smooth on that one dribble. Usually you'd see a pull-up, pero ito runner to a floater. Nice control.
Mga bata talaga ngayon, especially the guards, no? Must-have in their arsenal. Speaking of must-have, outside sniping for Rain Robledo. Early 1-point advantage para sa Rizal. They steal the ball away. Mayor with yet another steal and go-ahead pass dito kay Robledo. 5 straight for Rain.
Again, it's one of those things where you are being unselfish and you're giving that pass up early.
Gamis naman ang aasinta. Long 2 will miss. Rizal looking to run once more. Nice lead pass to Alejandro for another finish. Lead up to 5 now. Nakaagaw na naman itong Rizal. But counter steal for Nueva Ecija. A 2-on-1. Paris asking for it. Blocked from behind there by Alejandro was Acosta.
I like what we're seeing from Van Alejandro. He does it on offense and then this time on defense getting that block.
Bato. Nice drop pass. Paris has a bucket and a harm. Very apt tong pangalan niya, no? Paris, because when I see him, I think Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower.
It just fits.
It works.
It works. Imagine having a name of Paris. That's like...
You're tall.
Yeah. Parang automatic eh. It's Alejandro speeding through. Pass intended for Mayor. But it gets deflected. We're talking about the previous games nga ng dalawang koponan na to, Coach Anton, and quite the demolishing na nangyari in the previous game of itong ang Rizal Switch Fiber. Won very handily against Quezon City. Ano yung mga naita mo dyan that you think they can double down on dito sa laro natin ngayon?
Well, they gotta do better. Well, they gotta not do better, but they gotta continue getting those boards on in that last game. 46 rebounds compared to 21 for Quezon City. And they were able to force those turnovers. And because of those turnovers, 45 points of turnovers compared to just 9 for Quezon City. So that's something, of course, you want to keep on doing. Right? You want to be consistent, and you want to be able to capitalize on those positives from that last game.
Nakikita mo rin naman dito sa laro. Sinusubukan nilang magmadali or like binibilisan nila yung pace against Nueva Ecija. Mayor, it's been quiet so far. Ingito. Back to Mayor. Shot lock down to 6. Floater gets clipped. Heads to the line for 2.
Strong drive.
Ron Jaire Mayor. These averages, Coach Anton, 19, 5 rebounds, 6.3 assists.
The main man for the side of Rizal Switch Fiber. Talking about Ron Jaire Mayor.
Of course, Coach Kelvin Gregorio. Very much familiar with the colors nitong Rizal Switch Fiber. Donning the Red Warrior jersey back in the day. 10-6 now. Another steal. And the points off turnover, like you pointed out, Coach Anton. Nananalasan ng maaga itong Rizal Switch Fiber and Nueva Ecija. Or Rizal rather will call for a timeout up by 6. Look at that Mayor steal. Add another assist, make that assist number 4. Abante nga ng 6 ang Rizal.
Dahil mula nga sa malalayo at iba't ibang lugar ang mga manlalaro ng Nueva Ecija The Generals ay nagkaroon sila ng 2 days in-house training sa kanilang boot camp sa Nueva Ecija kung saan nag-focus lamang sila sa reviewing at creating plays na naayon sa kanilang kalaban. Ngayong araw ayon yan kay Coach Mike Uson ng Nueva Ecija The Generals. Sa kabilang banda naman para sa Rizal Switch Fiber, nabanggit ni Coach Rowell Benaventura na dahil kakatapos lamang ng kanilang laban noong nakarang araw ay pinagpahinga niya muna ang kanyang mga manlalaro pero inaasahan niya pa rin ang aggressiveness nito sa laro nila ngayong araw. Balik sa inyo, Jaime and Coach Anton.
Thank you once again. That was Rinoa Sanchez helping us navigate the sidelines for all the 9 games ngayong araw. Well, this would be my last game. We would see a lot more of Rinoa later on. And she did mention na ito nga, Rizal just a couple of days back yung kanilang laro. Just last Wednesday in this same floor. So we see a couple of buckets dito. That was Bato. Getting another bucket para sa Nueva Ecija. And just like that, after that timeout, dalawa na ng abante na Rizal.
4 quick points for the side of Nueva Ecija. And contrasting yung nangyari para dito sa Rizal and Nueva Ecija. May isang nagpahinga, may isang nag-film viewing. You see coaches doing a great job mixing up the training, getting the rest in, if not getting the training, the reps in naman sa ensayo.
I remember being 14 and under years old and pag film viewing, matik, nakangiti tayong lahat.
Di ba tulog? Di ba tulog tayong lahat? Tulog tayong lahat eh.
Mayor once again finds an opening. A soft touch with a floater.
Just too easy for Ron Jaire Mayor.
Another turnover para dito sa Nueva Ecija. After a string of buckets. Palitan dito para sa Rizal. Ingito replaced by Santiago. To make a move against on the baseline. Nice handoff. Alejandro couldn't finish but says no problem para kay Piero Santiago.
Santiago just crashing the boards. Too big, too strong. You gotta box him out.
Pares resets to Bato. It's 10 to shoot now. Cross court. Ooh, what a pass. But stepping on the sideline was Acosta.
Gotta be aware of where you are all the time, no? When you're at the court, when you're inside the court. That's part of court awareness.
Coach F pointed that out a number of times kanina. Then ilang beses kaming nakakita ng ganun. I think walang game in the 5 games that we covered that we didn't see a player na nandun sa sulok that had to step on that sideline. As another 3-pointer fired dito ng Rizal Switch Fiber. That time, it's Derek Dave Kulanay.
Double D.
Pares. Ooh, great block there from Alejandro. Lead up to 9 now para sa Rizal. Behind a couple of 3-pointers. 2:17 remaining dito sa ating first period. That 3-pointer, all the confidence in the world para kay Double D. Kulanay, or DDC.
DDC. Hindi naman natin mapagkakamalang DDP yan. No?
Yan.
Kilala tayo, DDP.
Meron. Diamond Dallas Page.
Oh. Quick shout out to one of our colleagues, Diego De La Paz.
It's a bing bang boom. If you are listening or watching the replay, they get it to Mayor. Under 2 minutes to play with dito sa ating first period. Gets it to Alejandro. It's a tough shot. Still able to get the roll.
4 points now for Van Alejandro in this ball game.
Answered on the other end para kay Bato.
Quick attack from Jeff Bato. Again, also 4 points for him in this quarter.
Very spunky guard nitong si Bato para sa Nueva Ecija. Another floater. That's a bit off para kay Arano. Takbo tayo sa kabila. They're ahead of the pack. Pedalizo able to finish.
Naman putting the pedal to the metal. Itong si Pedalizo.
Might as well. Bilis eh. Nandun ka agad. Mabasa pito ang kalamangan. They go to Mayor once again. Pulls up for 3. Ooh, uses the back. What can this kid do? Great block once again from Alejandro as a loose ball foul will be whistled here. Would be called against Hamir Gamis. And just like that, double digits na kalamangan dito na result, 24-14. Only 44 seconds remaining dito sa ating first. Alejandro. Pass intended para kay Arano. Bato once again. Great find inside and the short stab will fall para kay Plato rather. Second shot clock, game clock difference. Stolen by Bato. Nailang siya sa depensa ni Mayor. 6 seconds remaining. Mayor to the lane. To drop it off. Just a bit too strong as the buzzer sounds to signal the end of our first quarter. Quite a high-scoring affair, I would say, we're seeing so far. 24-16, result switch fiber. Abante rito ng 8 as we look at some highlights brought to us by Chef's Magic.
A 3-pointer by DDC or Dave Colanay. But again, that fast break para dito sa Nueva Ecija, keeping them afloat, putting the pedal to the metal was Pedalizo. But again, those 3-pointers doing the damage. Ron Jaire Mayor hitting it from outside using the bank.
Matatapos nga ang ating first 10 minutes of action. It's 24-16. Abante pa rin ang Rizal. Look at our Chef's Magic quarter scene stealer ngayong quarter. Bago tayo magsimula ng second, from tip-off to the final buzzer, every moment counts and so does every meal. Whether you're celebrating a win or just enjoying the game, Chef's Magic condiments brings the flavor that makes every bite unforgettable. Chef's Magic, make every meal a magic moment. Outside shot, malakas. The Generals get another opportunity. Pedalizo once again. A bit too deep, throws it away. Arano, lilipad. Ayaw pa rin. As ball goes back to Nueva Ecija.
Nice steal by Junio Miguel Coelho. Kita mo naman na very aware of what was happening inside the court, getting that interception.
Bato, hindi pa inuupo dito. Under turnover para sa Nueva Ecija. Arano, that time making sure.
Fast break points for the side of Rizal in this ball game. Talagang patong-patong na. Got 6 so far.
Add one more to that after Rizal able to come up with yet another steal. Hirapan nga sila to execute, talking about the Generals. Coelho with a miss. Looking ahead. Wide open and gets the finish. This is Francis Glenn Kalinawan.
A great pass coming from J.C. Inoferio.
Offered that pass, obviously, and had a clear path was Kalinawan. Keyhole jumper naman, mahuhulog para kay Piero Santiago. He's had a couple of buckets here in the first half. 4 points in total. Inoferio. Block inside.
Not that time, says Santiago and Santos. Doubling up their interior defense para hindi makapuntos doon ang the Generals.
Even when you find yourself able to penetrate yung depensa ng Rizal, really still making it difficult as a foul given up there. And headed to the line is Bo Altair Mendoza. Pedalizo called for his first. Rizal looking to make it the biggest lead of the ball game so far. 11 now. As free throw converts para kay Mendoza. Nueva Ecija on the other end, Coach Anton, we were looking at the numbers kanina, and in that game that they had previously kontra nga itong Cavite City, coming up with that loss, what statistic would you say they would like to avoid doing dito sa larong to?
Well, they got to take care of the ball better in this game kasi nung last game nila, and this is the strength of Rizal, forcing those turnovers in their game against Cavite. 44 points from turnovers ang Etivac. So nakikita natin itong Nueva Ecija. Again, they did not have a problem scoring, but towards the end nga, dun medyo kinapos eh. Kasi yung simula ng Etivac, it was huge. He shot the ball really well from deep, 4 out of 13. You can't ask for more, that's 30%. But free throws, something that you need to work on, 7 out of 16. That's just 43%.
See if they had a good week, more than a week actually, from that result up to now. Pedalizo, great fake. Couldn't get it to trickle in. Another offensive rebound that has been working para sa Nueva Ecija in this afternoon, but short on that attempt was Inoferio. Arano, nakabuelo na naman, blocked. Great anticipation there coming from Plato. Malakas. Arano denied once again. Nakakarami na si Plato dito. Just 8 to shoot. Might have taken an extra step, and yun na nga. Traveling violation called against Mendoza.
That's what Stanley Plato can do. Ever since he was getting those blocks, pagdating dun sa third attempt, nag-iba na yung mentality nung kalaban. Medyo napa-second guess dun sa gustong gagawin dahil baka masupalpal.
This time showing us he could also do it on offense as he's able to draw that foul against Santiago. Fearless on that drive.
And a lot of players maybe do not realize this or understand, but sometimes, or most of the time, your defense will get your offense going. If you look at Stanley Plato, he got 2 blocks in that particular set. Forced the turnover. Pagbalik dito, he was amped up and wanted to take that strong to the hole.
Ibang gana rin, no? Makukuha mo coming up with those defensive stops. And
that's where you should draw your energy from, no? From defense.
Floater, dalawa na pasabit. Headed to the line is Coelho. A bit awkward saying that, no? Sumabit sa Coelho. But
Dami talaga natin makikitang mga ganyan eh.
Is right there, di ba? Coelho misses on his first. Couple of rebounds to his name so far. Rubber match nga itong laban natin ngayon as Rizal Switch Fiber just coming off that victory sa ating 1600 division, but they lost sa 18 under. Pedalizo once again.
How about that attack underneath? Up high was Pedalizo to be able to finish that layup.
Staying in it is the Generals, not really allowing itong Rizal na makabitaw na maaga. Another block by guess who? The Greek god, or the Greek philosopher rather,
Yun.
Plato. Kaya pa, pwede pa, nabawi pa. Isip ko nga naman kung Greek gods.
Philosopher nga.
Almost another block, but that time contact, says our officials. Santiago back to the line. 4 blocks here in the first half para kay Plato.
Helping out on defense. Si Stanley Plato, katulong ni Ivan yan. Talking about, of course, Ivan Paris, the Eiffel Tower para sa side nitong Nueva Ecija 14 under team. Nueva Ecija D-Generals.
Wonder anong dynamic din, no? Pag pinagsabay sila nito ni Paris, as Plato misses on that attempt, a reverse won't fall para kay Tianzon. Babalik ang bola sa Rizal.
Parang Malaysia na yun. May Twin Towers na.
Because we can't refer to any other Twin Towers anymore, I guess. Aside from yung Malaysian. Doon tayo sa malapit.
Doon tayo sa malapit lang. Yung
Petronas.
no visa needed.
Yan.
No visa required.
No visa required.
Yep.
Pero pag 14 under, no, pag may mga ganyang players ka talaga that are, you know, tall, lengthy, certainly an edge na kaagad, I would say.
You'd have the definite advantage because inside, the interior defense is going to be there. On offense naman, you've got that threat underneath. Plus, you'll be able to get those offensive rebounds, to get those extra possessions.
A lot of benefits to having a sturdy and reliable big man for a 14 under team. Which, by the way, yung ating 13 under, mga mangyayari na yan over the weekend. Until 9 under ata. Yep.
Bukas na yan.
Yeah. Aaron D will be covering, I believe, the opening games.
Yes. Aaron, kasama ko siya dyan.
Yan.
Yun.
Inoferio using the glass.
Wow.
Very casual, like he planned it.
Kaming gumagamit ng glass today, from 3.
Binawi din naman agad. Sena. Wonder if related to, I forget the first name, pero parang Sanbedan na Sena.
Meron.
James Sena, I think.
Meron pa yung sa JRU din na Sena.
Palitan ng baskets dito. But in doing the Rizal a favor because they are up by 16. Bato from outside. Knocks down another. Umiinit. Parehong kupunan dito for Nueva Ecija. That's their second 3-point conversion of the game. Sena thinking 3. Puts it up. Short. Bato tracks it down. Dinere-derecho. Couldn't finish. We run to the other end. Mendoza naman. Challenging Plato. Wow.
Medyo na kontra-tempo niya dun si Stanley. Using his left to finish.
Santiago secures the board para sa Rizal. Approaching the 3-minute mark dito sa ating first half of action. Lilipad na naman, but Plato says, not 2 in a row, please.
Sobra na daw yun.
Sobra na daw yun.
2 in a row.
Make that 5 blocks para kay Plato. Mapapadalawang isip ka talaga. Taking a seat para sa Nueva Ecija is Francis Kalinawan. Alejandro back in the ball game. Pulls up for this jumper short. Tracked down by Tiamzon. Bato will set it up. Gets the ball back from Inoferio. Plato trying to save it, does so. Still 8 to shoot. Malakas lang on that short stab.
A lucky break for Rizal. Broken play para sa side ng Nueva Ecija.
Mayor. Siya naman na magdidirect ng traffic. Kick out. A wide open Sena. Hit one earlier. Off that time, Alejandro. So, tough-looking shot for a 14 under. Pero parang swabing-swabe lang para kay Alejandro.
Steady lang for Van. Crashing those boards, not assuming your teammate is going to make that shot. You have to actually assume otherwise so that when those offensive rebounds come your way, you'll be ready.
Tamang himas pa from Lay Harold Lumaino. Naman yung finish niya. Very acrobatic. Drawing the contact. Yun. Making sure his defender was okay. Parang lahat ng binubunot dito ng Rizal Switch Fiber has been producing. Now it's a 19-point lead for the Switch Fiber.
Merong nakukuha si Coach Kelvin Gregorio.
One more free throw coming up para kay Lumaino. Sa lane violation is gonna be called against the Generals. Or not. Ang violator pala was from Rizal. So it will go back to Nueva way. Timeout muna ang Nueva Ecija, the Generals dito. Still trailing by 19.
Ito ngang si Hamir Games ay kailangan munang umupo for a while dahil natapilok siya kanina lamang at nung tinanong natin siya, sabi niya 4 lang naman ang kirot at sabi ng ating mga medical staff need lamang lagyan ng yelo para hindi mamaga at sabi nila ay upon checking nagagalaw at nararamdaman niya naman kaya in a while ay makakabalik na rin siya at kailangan niya lamang magpahinga for a while. Balik sa inyo, Jaime and Coach Anton.
Thank you, Rinoa. So a bit of good news. Able to see him back on the floor. Mayor comes up with yet another steal. Babawiin din naman agad ng Nueva Ecija. Bit disorganized is Nueva Ecija here in the second. Has allowed itong Rizal to create some separation. Chalk up another steal. Hahaba din itong Rizal Switch Fiber. 8 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists para kay Mayor.
So really doing the damage for the side of Rizal is Ron Jaire Mayor. Feeling ko RJ nickname niya.
Let's go with RJ. Let's go with RJ.
Diba? Not bad to be called RJ. Meron naman tayong isang kilalang RJ.
Yep. I know of someone that wouldn't want us to call him RJ. As Rizal is up by 21. 48 to 27. Jumper won't fall para kay Alejandro. Ahead of the pack. Inoferio. Would have wanted him to use the glass. Pero 2 points is 2 points.
No problem. No glass, no problem. Pero medyo may tense moment yun pag-release mo.
Parang kailangan saktong-sakto eh. No room for error.
Yung tantiometer mo kailangan calibrated.
That foul committed by Nueva Ecija will mean free throws para kay Alejandro. Penalty na sila dito. With only 16.9 seconds remaining sa ating first half. Played well in the first half itong si Von Alejandro. 8 points to go with 4 rebounds. Van Nielsen. That's an interesting name. Yeah.
Isn't that like a clothing brand?
Yeah.
Or
Or Van Hoosen.
Van
yan.
Hoosen yata.
Close enough. I mean, parang nagets ko kung...
Sounds like.
Kasi kung ba tumandar sa utak mo yung clothing brand. Inoferio. Off on that three-point try. Just 8 seconds remaining. Mayor takes a peek. Has 3 seconds to work with. Dribbles it off his foot. Stolen away. Heave. Almost hitting Kuya Alex.
Bilis yan.
Aha.
Kuya Alex, si Boss Alex.
First half will end as we take a look at our second quarter highlights brought to us by Chef's Magic.
Lee Lamaino getting inside, getting that to go. But Jeff Bato getting those 3-pointers. But the offensive rebounds, Van Nielsen Alejandro with that putback for Rizal.
At the half nga, it is a 20-point lead, 49-29 in favor of Rizal Switch Fiber. Look at our fans of the game, ang ating hardworking men and women, ang ating production crew brought to us by True Tea Iced Tea. Talaga namang nabiyayaan din sila ng ating True Tea Iced Tea merch. Siyempre, always working hard, 9 games, day after day after day. Minsan natutulog na sa ating venue. So special shout out to our production crew for winning themselves True Tea Iced Tea merchandise. No sugar added iced tea. Halftime score nga natin dito, Coach Anton. It's 49-29. Rizal Switch Fiber enjoying this 20-point advantage kontra Nueva Ecija. The Generals, medyo close pa siya, I would say, at the end of that first. Hanging around was the Generals, but immediately when Rizal Switch Fiber kind of turned on that switch, biglang umalago sila dito. Now up by 20 as Pato trying his best to keep his team in it, but several weapons nitong para sa Rizal Switch Fiber, firepower-wise, talagang too much, especially in that first half.
And you look at the halftime statistics, shooting a blistering 52% from the field. Itong Rizal Switch Fiber, a lot of those reasons, or a big reason why they have that nice field goal percentage, the fact that they're able to get turnovers. 19 points off turnovers. That's 13 turnovers converted to 19 points para dito sa Rizal against Nueva Ecija. Rebounding also going the way of Rizal, 21-16. Yung assist department, 9-11. Lamang dyan ng Nueva Ecija. Pero yun nga, the turnover story, 13 for the Generals and only 7 for Rizal.
Of course, yun nga, isa sa mga sandata, you said that they need to double down on talking about the Rizal Switch Fiber. Same recipe worked for them in their previous assignment. One of the reasons why they are on this 3-game win streak. Looking to make it 4 and in prime possession at this halfway mark ng ating ball game. 49-29 nga. Up by 20 points as before our second half resumes. We look at our quarter scene stealers brought to us by Chef's Magic. A number of lucky players ang mag-uwi ng ating Chef's Magic merchandise from tip-off to the final buzzer. Every moment counts and so does every meal. Whether you're celebrating a win or just enjoying the game, Chef's Magic Condiments brings the flavor that makes every bite unforgettable. Chef's Magic, make every meal a magic moment. We're moments away from the resumption of our third quarter of action. Before mag-resume siguro ang ating ball game, Mr. Gio Cruz is requesting for us to shout out happy birthday to Kurt Arrollado. I believe a player dito sa Rizal Switch Fiber. Hopefully we get to see him on the floor.
So far, hindi pa siya napasok sa ating ball game, pero who knows? Could be a nice birthday gift for him. Of course, shout out na rin sa friends and family niyan ni Kurt Arrollado. I'm pretty sure are watching and supporting kanyang junior MPBL career.
14 under, marami pa silang pwedeng masuportahan dito kay Kurt Arrollado. May 16, may 18, 21 under pa tayo. Long way to go for these young kids. Get it to Alejandro. Shadowed by several white shirts. Robledo steps back. Almost a steal, just 4 seconds to shoot. As a jump ball we called. Ball possession says Rizal will keep it, but they only have 2 to shoot. Got it off in time, but Alejandro will miss. Ooh, hang time maneuver. Robledo ayaw, but Santiago there for the cleanup job.
And those offensive rebounds. Crashing the boards was Santiago to get the deuce.
Daliso. Ganda na sanang takas, but Mayor waiting for that block.
Just timed that one perfectly. What about Ron Jaire Mayor? Yeah, that's something that I always talk about. No? If you're an offensive player, there's no reason why you can't be a good defensive player. Reason being is, syempre, alam mo naman yung moves na yun. Kasi ginagawa mo rin yun. So, alam mo kung, pag ito gagawin niya, ito yung counter niya. Kasi ako ginagawa ko din yun. Parang gano'n. So, that should be the mentality if you're an offensive player.
Parang they're trying to pull off the same things.
Exactly, that you do. So how can you not know how to stop that when you yourself do that?
Santiago, napayungan dito. Robledo will lose the leather. Sporting Daphne colored hair.
Natural ba yan? Natural color ba yan?
Good question. Diba? Kay Daphne daw, natural eh.
Natural yung kay Daphne. Iba talaga yun. Kay Daphne, may foreigner feels.
Yeah. Ooh, look at Mayor! This kid is just, playing, I'd say, above his weight class.
He is indeed. Just the skill level on him, his the way he finishes, the mentality that he has when he attacks the basket. He's not fishing for those fouls. He's looking to score that rock.
I like those types of players, no? Parang hindi na yung parang
Foul
every
Foul baiting.
every contact na lang.
Parang hindi mo
Trying
yata
to
gusto
sell
sa
it.
SGA.
Well,
Hindi mo gusto yung mga free throw merchant.
doon tayo sa sa Mr. Overrated eh.
Doon tayo. Gusto natin eh.
I mean, it's a skill, right? You gotta respect it, I guess. At the same time,
There was that interview that was done nga. I forget who it was. Pero sinabi nga, it is a skill for you to be able to get those calls, be able to get to the line.
parang kung ganun lang naman kadali, then I guess everybody does it. Mayor straight away. Couldn't knock it down. Tapik, mapupunta kay Kulanay. Tags the basket, gets blocked by Plato. Bothered once again, almost hitting it.
And the defense of Stanley Plato holding its ground.
Pato, nice handoff, but overshooting that for the Generals. We run to the other end or not. Pedalizo, counter steal. Plato, baseline J, short.
That brick wall by Santiago. Return to sender yung tao mismo.
He tried.
He tried, but again, Ero Santiago just too strong underneath.
Alejandro gets that bucket off the feed coming from Kulanay. Another steal para sa Rizal. Robledo will step on the baseline. Palasa dito ang Nueva Ecija. Now down by 27. Have yet to score dito sa ating third period. Napakakon na sila dito sa 29. Under 6 minutes to play dito sa ating third period. Almost another steal para kay Mayor. But Robledo says, yep, I can do that too. Kulanay, able to track down that long pass. Misfires. Takbo tayo sa kabila. Pato. Blocked by Alejandro. 3-on-2 on the other end. Alejandro takes it all the way to the hoop. This is now an 11-0 run to begin our second half. Lobo ng Kalamangan. 58-29. Take another look at that Alejandro finish using his right with 5:24 left dito sa ating third. Last 5:24 of our third period. As Nueva Ecija struggling to buy a basket dito sa ating third quarter.
Still cannot find that bucket. Parang may takip yung rim sa side ng Nueva Ecija.
They've had some good looks. Nga lang makakonvert. Numbers once again on the other end. A short na layup was Coelho. Gets the ball back. Long two, still won't fall. This is the smaller Paris. Ayaw pa rin on that floater. He gets a steal. Challenges Mayor, short on the layup. Able to keep it alive. There you go. Acosta, finally.
Tap from the smaller Paris, like what you mentioned. That's Jared Paris. Acosta picking up that leather and getting that layup.
Very aggressive was Arano. Gustong araruhin itong dalawang Generals.
counter steals for the side of Nueva Ecija and Rizal. Ending up with that attack by Jamir Paul Arano or JP Arano.
Yan.
Ano na natin?
It's, ano na kagad natin, no? Shorten na kagad natin.
Shorten na natin, no? Of course, we don't mean any disrespect to the family. Sabihin, ginagawa natin ang pangalan.
Ano mo nagsabi sa nickname?
Sabi sa'yo, mamarun kayo dyan.
Good escape there from Daito. Hand off. Another 3. Jared Pares will head to the line for 3 free throws.
It's going to be on Alejandro. Jamir Arano. Called for that foul. Tried to block that three-pointer.
Would it be off kung i-assume ko na magpinsan si Jared and si Ivan?
Pwede. Or could be magkapatid. Malay mo, he's 13
Oh,
years
well,
old and
12,
Ivan is 14,
yeah,
right?
maybe.
Or 12,
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay. I could see that.
We'll try to get some information on that before the game ends. Hopefully, Renoa can give us some deets on that.
2 out of 3 para kay Jared Pares. Or for Philip, it's Paris. Very fancy kasi ito si sophisticated.
Artist.
Oh.
Artist.
60-33 now. 27-point lead para sa Switch Fiber. Really not allowing anything para dito sa Nueva Ecija the Generals. Another steal though para kay Jared. Takes it all to himself. It's a good impact off the bench para kay Jared.
And it's going to give you some confidence moving forward, knowing that you're going to be able to, or you can hang with your opponents. Talking about Jared Paris.
I think I don't know if I'm wrong, pero Dirk Galvan might have thought that their basket was on this side. Pero fortunately, he was able to draw the foul. Thought for a second there, aatake siya.
That would have been the first for Season 3 ng ating junior MPBL kung may nakashoot sa sariling basket nila. Or sa basket ng kalaban.
Basket ng kalaban. Yep. Mayor, once again, drawing contact. Hindi namin demeanor niya, Coach Anton. No? It's just, you know,
just here to hoop.
Yeah, just here to hoop. Wala nang extracurriculars.
Wala na yung mga taunting, yung mga pag-flex.
Shrug, right? Sila number of those there. Just all business. Like the mayor he is.
The king of the mountain.
Yan.
Ika nga nila. And saktong-sakto, Rizal. Sierra Madre Mountains yan, no?
Pakalaki ng Rizal.
Inakit mo na ba yun, Sierra Madre Mountains?
Haven't. Would you recommend?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you ride your bike or if you like riding your bike, that's the best route to go. C6 lang dadaanan mo yan from Las Piñas. You're from around here, highway, diba?
Pwede. Rizal so far building a Sierra Madre-ish type of lead. 63-35. Not quite the offensive output similar to our first half in terms of points for both these teams. So only 14 para sa Rizal and 6 para naman dito sa the Generals. Add 2 more to that. That was Coelho. Adds to his tally. Now has 3. Another steal. Coelho back-to-back.
Just forcing those turnovers. Back-to-back turnovers to back turnovers.
Look at that move from Robledo. Showing us his athletic side. Comes up with a similar steal. This time drops it off. A sorry miss there. Coming from Arano. Pares. Get it underneath. Another steal here para kay Robledo. Make that a 71-35 margin now. 36-point lead para sa Rizal Switch Fiber. Nueva Ecija would like to talk it over with just a minute and 20 remaining dito sa ating third. Final minute and 20 dito sa ating third quarter. Now a 36-point lead para sa Rizal Switch Fiber. Just pouring it on dito sa ating second half. Just can't find the rhythm itong mga nakaputi. Quite
really
difficult.
You were saying it's quite difficult. It is quite difficult to get your rhythm going because very disruptive yung defense itong Rizal. You can't gain any traction on your offense.
Better execution there, but off on that three-point try. Get several opportunities, just can't find the basket. Escuello adds two more.
It's a nice pass by Jamir Arano on that fast break.
Robledo gave us a couple of steals kanina, and this time dagdagan mo na rin daw ng block.
We were talking about it during the break. Jared and Ivan Paris, magpinsan pala. Magpinsan, hindi sila magkapatid, but they are cousins. So thank you very much, Daphne.
Appreciate you.
Oh, Daphne, our premier courtside reporter, getting the information for us.
Paborito dito sa junior MPBL. You know, you made it pag nagpapapicture na sa yung mga bata, Coach Anton.
Oo, paborito yan si Daphne.
3 seasons na ako dito, wala pa nagpapakuha sa akin. Hindi naman sila masisi, but I mean, I'm just saying.
Isip kasi nila, kakampi ka nila. Sa 14-under ka
sa 14-under.
Wala, kalaban natin to. Hindi
ko naman ako magpapakuha dyan.
Hindi ako papapicture dito. Makakalaban natin to sometime.
Makakalaban natin to sometime.
Makakalaban natin to
Well, I appreciate that. You make me feel young.
Walang fraternizing.
Robledo is continuing this attack. As the buzzer sounds, a signal to end of the third, and that basket will count. Beating the buzzer was Bo Alter Mendoza. Talaga namang the lead now at 40. It was 20 at the half, doubling that. As we look at some highlights brought to us by Chef's Magic.
Van Alejandro getting that layup, then Jared Paris. But of course, just too much. Rain Asher Robledo finishing that break for Rizal.
Katapos nga ating third period, 77-37. Abante pa rin ang Rizal. Our officials, nakakakuha na rin ng merchandise dito. Quarter scene stealer brought to us by Chef's Magic from tip-off to the final buzzer. Every moment counts, and so does every meal. Whether you're celebrating a win or just enjoying the game, Chef's Magic Condiments brings the flavor that makes every bite unforgettable. Chef's Magic, make every meal a magic moment. Energy dito ng Rizal, Coach Anton, I must say. Oh, this is the birthday boy, by the way, on our screens.
Oh, there you go. Finally, getting some playing time. Kurt Daniel Arrollado, or KD. KD Arrollado.
Easy money. Bato back in the ball game. Gets the finish against Santiago. There you go.
Sidestepping, getting that contact, but still getting to finish.
Samir Gamis finally stopping the bleeding para dito sa Nueva Ecija. Only 8 points in that third period for the Generals. Sena couldn't finish. Great defense there from Bato. Gamis na naman. Couldn't hit. Santiago secures the rebound. Stolen by Bato. Ooh. Couldn't complete the lefty layup, but there for the follow is Hamir Gamis.
Switching hands in midair was Jeff Bato, but again, your teammates assuming that you're not gonna make that shot gives them that opening to get those offensive boards, and that time Gamis getting the offensive board. Now he's at the line because of a foul.
In the meantime, punta muna tayo kay Renoa for report. Renoa?
Kahit nga 3 to 5 hours ang layo from Bayambang, Pangasinan to Nueva Ecija, ay handa itong suungin ni Crizen Bato. Makapag-ensayo lamang at ngayong linggo nga ay nagpaiwan na siya mismo sa Nueva Ecija dahil kailangan nilang pumunta rito sa Las Piñas, at sabi niya dahil malayo siya sa kanyang mga magulang ay lagi na lang siyang tumatawag sa kanila. Kaya manalo or matalo ngayong araw ay excited siya umuwi bukas dahil makakasama niya na muli ang kanyang pamilya. Balik sa inyo, Jaime and Coach Anton.
Thank you once again, Renoa, for that excellent story shared for this kid holding the basketball. Itong si Bato.
CJ Bato or Crizen Bato or Jeff Bato, whatever nickname it is you go by. That's life on the road for you. At an early age, he's from Nueva Ecija, he's from Pangasinan, goes to Nueva Ecija to train, and then if they have a game here in Manila, he stays in Nueva Ecija. Doon na nga siya na nagsistay para nga naman yung biyahe papunta dito kasama ng kanyang teammates. He'll be there and he'll be prepared. So whoever is helping him out, kung saan siya nagsistay, hats off to you for helping this teenager out pursue his career in basketball. Yun yung titignan mo di ba? May mga tumutulong sa kanila.
Nangangarap lang din talaga, no? The dedication of Bato, trying to pursue nga, sabi mo. And what a platform this could be for him, no? If he's able to showcase. I know the score doesn't really say a lot in terms of how Nueva Ecija has performed today. But certainly Bato with 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Not making making a case for himself. Couple of players dito that may not have had a lot of playing time, getting some tick.
Time to be able to give the players who are at the end of the rotation some game time reps, because alam natin, iba yung feeling ng yung ensayo na nagsiscrimmage kayo as opposed to yung game. Ang dagdag mo pa dyan, siyempre iba yung kalaban nyo. Hindi lang kayo-kayo ang naglalaro, but different opponents, different tendencies that you will be able to look out for.
Sena makes it a 41-point lead now. For Nueva Ecija, maybe for these players, you still have under 7 minutes. Maybe make your coaches think na, okay, maybe I can get a little bit more playing time in their future games. And who knows?
It's not really the time for you to showcase your individual skill, but rather kung ano yung pinapractice nyo. Kasi yun din ang titignan ng coach O pagka-practice nga ito ginagawa natin, na-execute niya. And that says a lot. And that's gonna give the coach an idea that you listen and you pay attention during practice.
Okay, yun yung skill na sinu-showcase mo, no? Not necessarily,
not yung individual. Unless the coach says, pakita mo kung anong kaya mong gawin. Yan, sige, magwala ka dyan kung gusto mo. But if you're given the opportunity to play, to get those minutes, it would be nice for you to let your coach know that, coach, ito yung ini-ensayo natin. This is what I'm doing. I am going to execute here sa game situation.
So for the kids listening, kahit na might be the type of score that you're seeing right now, maybe the outcome is already decided at this point of the ball game. But those skills go way beyond.
Your individual skills. Eventually, your number's gonna get called. You're gonna be able to, you're gonna have that chance to showcase that. Again, this is team basketball. No? At 14 years old, you have to palakasin. Kailangan palakasin yung ganong klaseng yung mentality na you're a team first kind of player, team first kind of guy.
One kid has played well, I would say, Jared Paris. Very impactful in that third quarter stint.
That's, of course, from the side of Nueva Ecija. We've already talked about si Crizen Bato. 7 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, complete game. But there are other players that have shown what they can do. John Acosta with 6 points. Stanley Plato. Defense. Defense. If we look at it, yung kanyang total blocks. Kasi yun yung malaking pinakita niya eh. Getting a total of 5 blocks in the game. Wow.
Confidence building pa rin yan.
Not only the blocks, when he alters shots, that's again, yung mga intangibles, hindi natin nakikita yan sa stat sheet.
Certainly a good project itong si Plato. He kind of has that timing, no?
He has the length, he has the timing, and he's a willing defender. Yun yung gusto mong nakikita sa yung mga players, especially the ones that man the middle or your bigs, kumbaga.
Just looking at his fouls here, only 1 foul. So I would also point that stat out dahil karamihan ng shot blockers minsan they pile those fouls up, di ba?
They're prone to those fouls, pero ito, very smart with the way he contests those shots. Talking about Stanley Plato.
Nueva Ecija, much better outing dito sa ating fourth period. And this could be one of the objectives na pwede mo na lang tignan, no? If ikaw tong the Generals na let's just win this quarter. They've outscored itong Rizal 13-8 so far. Make that 15-8 as their turn to come up with a steal. If ikaw naman ang Rizal switch fiber dito, ano naman si Coach Ruel? Talagang nakatayo pa din dito. Abante na yung kupunan mo ng 33. Still barking out instructions. Getting through the lane. Won't fall para kay Tibay. This Champson. He will be fouled. That will put Rizal at the limit. Yes, 3 and 16 remaining. Floater para kay Chamzon. This Corpus rather. Nakikita mo, may lumalaban din pa itong Nueva Ecija. That's sometimes all you could ask for.
That time nga, Chris Corpus did not give up. Went ahead and got that floater for him.
Hindi rin naman titigil itong Rizal. It's a great block coming from Shane Dairo.
I like what I saw from Gian Ramil or Gian Gabriel Ramil. During that attempt, hindi siya nagsarili. He still gave that ball up. He was still being fundamental about basketball. Kasi alam naman natin, ang turo natin sa mga players, if there's a person ahead or a player ahead of you, you throw that outlet pass. And that's exactly what he did. It wasn't an outlet pass. It was just a short pass, forward pass to his teammate.
Tolentino will knock down that jumper. He will get his first 2 points of the game. Like how you pointed that out, Coach Anton. No? Dahil yun nga, you were making a point na you still play to sa kung anong tinuturo sa inyo.
You still play the right way regardless of what the score is. And again, at this division, at the 14 under division, you have to instill that in these players. No, you have to play the right way.
Nice give and go. Tama naman. Better execution again. Something that they certainly can take away. Last 2 minutes na tayo dito sa Banana Court as Tolentino scores on another.
4 points at the baseline, the favorite of Tolentino.
Parang nandun yung hotspot niya eh.
That short corner jumper and that drive to the baseline, that's Rashard Ryant Tolentino.
RR. Double doon.
Ginagawa natin.
Sagarin na natin.
Binasa mo. Bibigyan natin ng mga initials. Walang problema.
If you're a baller, you don't mind being called RR, I think.
Madaming RR na magagaling.
Approaching the minute mark. So far, ito nga, Nueva Ecija, 17-10, outscoring Rizal here in the 4th period. Tibay, misses short. There's 50 seconds remaining. There you go. A lot more para din sa Nueva Ecija. Nahirapan lang talaga sila na ito yung tempo or ito yung rhythm that they were looking for all throughout the ball game. But you did point out nga, the defense of Rizal didn't really allow anything para dito sa the Generals. Just stifling all throughout the ball game. Leads still at 29. Make that 27.
Just still chipping away and getting those points in for Nueva Ecija, the Generals.
Trying to make the experience count. All-out effort pa rin. No surprise dito sa ating 14 under division. At dyan na nga matatapos ang ating 14 under ball game between the Rizal Switch Fiber and the Nueva Ecija, the Generals. The red shirts will come up with this victory and they will also take this series win 2-1 against Nueva Ecija.
It's our virtual best of 3.
It was a tight ball game as well dun sa 18 under. Could have gone either way. Pero yun nga, the Generals back to the drawing board. That 4th quarter, something that they can hopefully build upon. And para sa Rizal Switch Fiber naman, really all cylinders firing from tip-off pa lang. Talagang, alam mo, iisa lang yung intention nila in this ball game.
At all quarters, we saw leading in output except the 4th. No? Parang yun medyo, I wouldn't say they relaxed, pero they had that big cushion already. So they had that luxury to try new things out, putting in some players that were at the end of the rotation.
Trying to get them some tick. Number of players would also want to enjoy the experience, certainly. And just waiting on some post-game awardees na meron tayo dito. Of course, we have our Chef's Magic Player of the Game, the Hustle Club Defensive Player of the Game, and syempre naman Don Benito's Assist Man of the Game. So, number of awards na if ikaw yung player, no, sa extra incentive din siguro para sa'yo. Try to take home those goodies.
May pasalubong ka naman kay mommy and daddy or tito or tita, lolo, lola.
Discount coupon pa sa The Hustle Club.
Sabihin sa'yo, basketball ka ng basketball. Ito po, nay, tay.
Wala pa
Meron
tayo
dalang
dyan.
Chef's Magic.
Yan. Magic moment. Ibigay mo sa iyong pamilya. Is prepping up, of course. Rinoa Sanchez setting up for the interview as we see Daphne Cristobal, who will be taking on the last 3 games of this evening. Still working with you, of course, Coach Anton. Just proving to us how he is the favorite nga ng mga players natin dito sa Junior MPBL. And eto na, pwede na natin bigay kay Rinoa Sanchez, who is with our Chef's Magic Player of the Game.
Hi, my Coach Anton. Kasama na nga natin ang ating Chef's Magic Player of the Game, none other than Rain Robledo. Congratulations, Rain. Napakaganda ng performance na pinakita mo and you respected your opponent by showing all your effort or throughout the game. At nabanggit mo din, Rain, na first time mo mag-MVP. So how does it feel?
MVP. Ano po, masaya po at ano, masaya po dahil nag-MVP po ako at di ko po magagawa to hindi dahil sa mga kampi ko at kila coach po. At ano lang po, sinusunod lang namin po yung play and decision po nila coach. Ayun po.
Rain, since nabanggit mo na nagpapasalamat ka kala coach, baka may gusto ka pang pasalamatan yung family mo na sumusuporta sa'yo.
Shoutout po pala kay Boss Jiboy Anore, kila coach Elmer po, kila coach Owa at kila coach Barok po, kay coach Elmer Ariel. Sa mga kampi ko po at shoutout po sa parents ko at kay Jaydan po, kay Jamir at sa katag team ko po dyan, si Ron Mayor po at Jesus number 1 pa rin po talaga. Ayun po.
Once again, congratulations, Rain, and to the Rizal Switch Fiber for bringing today's win. Ngayon naman po, para kilalanan ng ating defensive player of the game, ibabalik ko kayo kay Jaime and Coach Anton.
Salamat muli, Rinoa Sanchez, as we take a look at our defensive player of the game, sponsored by the Hustle Club. It's Van Alejandro, 8 rebounds to go with 4 blocks, playing big para sa Rizal Switch Fiber. Siyempre, di naman magpapahuli. Complete sweep in our post-game awards. Assist man of the game brought to us by Don Benitos. It's Ron Jaire, RJ Mayor. 6 assists to his name. Maybe not the best player of the ball game as like the last time, but still making an impact to secure the 3rd straight victory para sa Rizal. And that will be it for the 3-game set nga nitong Rizal at Nueva Ecija. Last 3-game set, paparating na rin po, beginning with this 14-under matchup between Taytay Hamaka Health Forum with Doc Atoy and Sur Home Slate. And that will be it for me. We'll now be passing it on to Daphne Cristobal. Maraming salamat po for joining us for all the 6 games ngayong Biyernes. Magkita-kita po tayo muli for more of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay, yeah. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa. Liga ng bayan na